if there was, I think like it's not a controversial statement to say we invented the internet, is it? Is someone from Scotland? You got your friend from Scotland here. I'd like
Colin, are you there?
Because I don't know if you say like we invented the.
Oh, by the way,
automobile
can we give a shout out? This motherfucker, Colin, came all the way from Glasgow, Scotland, to come see us last week.
Oh damn,
Colin, did you invent the internet? No, steam engine. I
they
think you got,
invented
right?
it together.
and the headbutt. Fucking own it. You invented the headbutt.
He helped.
Is it a Scottish? Is it a Scottish? I listened to that podcast, The Illusionist, and it's like about
language.
And it was talking about like how the Scots are like so bullied, like linguistically, like throughout.
Here, Colin, jump on stage so you can grab.
Do you
want
to come up? Yeah. If you want to come up, come up and share.
Welcome,
we don't
Colin,
get to hear
to the
Scottish
stage.
people.
He traveled a mighty long way.
I get to sit down then.
Thank God.
Oh, we have a guest. I can sit down.
Yeah, you've been standing for a while.
Yeah. And,
Please.
Here, give me that. That was on my phone. I'll
Dan
take that.
needs that.
Thank you.
For later.
You want a drink? Is there vodka in there?
I would love a drink.
There
Yeah,
will
that would
be.
Probably fucking help.
This is going to be
with-
production value, just your accent. We don't get to hear Scottish people enough.
Well, that's what I was saying to Jeff. I've been doing my best to hide my Glaswegian.
You're from Glasgow, right?
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
But you said originally you're from this place called the Clay Bank.
Oh, I'm from Claybank. Yeah. It's
Woo.
And they're famous.
Nobody
for
Nobody
being,
from Claybank?
I don't know if that was
Shout
a
out.
woo or a boo.
the Clay Bank's claim to fame. I'm sure there's like memorials there and stuff because they were targeted intensely by Nazi bombings.
Yeah. We're very good at making. Well, we had Singer sewing machines.
Yeah.
Someone here may know of that.
Yeah.
Other than that, we had John Brown shipyards, and we made ships that helped fight the Nazis. So
you were a war target because of the shipbuilding and the sewing machines for fabric and probably...
Maybe not the sewing machines, but definitely.
but when you think that there would be like uniforms and sails.
Oh no,
and stuff, like fabric.
They came after us because of the shipbuilding. Like they fucked us up. I'm not like
if you talk to somebody from Edinburgh, in my experience,
best.
Colin, you talk to someone from Edinburgh and they call it a headbutt. They call it a Glasgow kiss. Do you call it a Glasgow kiss or do you call it something else?
I call it fucking sore.
You call it what?
Fucking sore.
Now I'm scared. Now I'm terrified.
Yeah, I listened to this podcast about the British kind of like treatment of the it's like being Scottish in a British Empire and how that has functioned throughout history, in particularly like the language, and Americans or I'll just speak for myself, really not that familiar with it at all. I'm just familiar with it enough to know that there's basically a Scottish language that I would not understand at all because it's like not, and then it's like there's a Scottish dialect that makes English its own thing, and then as school kids, even if you're going, this is my question, because I'm not sure I got this right. Even if you're going to school in Scotland, are you kind of shamed for the jargon? I think the closest possible metaphor we would have in America is like the Ebonic thing, like when we had this thing where we had a word for it, and then people were like, "How dare you?" And then it was like, but that may be a really offensive analog for either side. But
Colin, you said that you are Scots-Irish too, right?
Yeah, my granddad's from Donegal.
So how much of your upbringing did you actually speak Scots or Scots-Irish?
I've never spoke proper Scottish Gaelic. So it's there's it's Irish Gaelic and Scottish Gaelic. I don't really know Scottish Gaelic. I know when I've had a few drinks in me and I've been out for a Scotland game, I can kind of murmur my way through.
But
if
you do a Robbie Burns poem, would you know?
Yeah,
would you know it in English or would you know it in Scots?
I'd probably do better with Scots. Yeah.
All right.
But the only one of the main things I can remember from my granddad knew both. He was from Donegal and nicest, best guy in the world ever. He went to a shop with my brothers, and the shopkeeper was foreign, and he was speaking a different. I was speaking a different language to someone else. He was dealing with my granda, and he found that really offensive. So he refused to speak English or Scottish to this person until they acknowledged him as Scottish. So all he did was just speak Scottish Gaelic.
Really?
And it lasted, from what my brother said, quite a while of just him intentionally speaking to my brother in Scottish Gaelic until this person would then go, "Oh, sorry, blah, blah, blah."
Yeah. There's Irish racism is one of the great racisms of all time.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's a Glaswegian comedian. I think it was Frankie Boyle who said that like the Irish invented sectarianism and Scotland perfected it. I'm pretty sure that's.
Who's it was correcting? Oh, it was my ex-wife, because my ex-wife is Irish now. She lives in Ireland, and I referred to the whole fucking banana bowl as the UK, and she's like, first of all, Ireland is not the UK, and I was like, okay, yeah, right, all right.
Yeah,
but then I was like, and then
that.
she was like, well, half of it is. And that's the source of like a bunch of, and I'm like, all right, so it's not that big a misunderstanding.
One core, maybe.
But like Scotland is very clear. We were in Scotland, and like
Yeah.
we spent a lot of time because they were having an election that was coming up about the possible
independence,
secession,
yeah.
and that didn't go through.
It didn't, but I think
Were you
Brexit might help.
Were you pro-independence or?
Oh yeah, I was pro-independence.
Yeah.
It's incredible, dude.
And if you guys had made it, you would have had, and one day I think Scotland will be independent.
Yeah.
And you will have the best national anthem of all time because "Flower of Scotland" is fucking great.
Flower of Scotland's fucking amazing.
Sing a bit for us.
I'll be happy to. When she bloom like flowers of Scotland. From the pipes they blow for me. Gardens and the dragons may be mice, and the mice may be dragon men. But I long for flowers of Scotland, and I hit my wife again.
Oh, he drooled.
I just started thinking of Sean Connery right at the end there. Somebody told me that Sean Connery in like a 60 Minutes interview, like the interviewer was like, "You said at one point it's okay to slap a woman if she disagrees with it." And he's like, "I stand by it." Wow.
Yeah, it was an awesome like.
Yeah, take that, millennials.
Sometimes you need to know what's what. Or
Yeah, we were talking about that. It was like, what did he say about that? They're like, what do you think? And this is obviously it must be before 1989 that this interview happened. But he was like, his explanation was, if you have a fight and you've already won, that the man's won, and then she keeps going. So I was like, wow, it must be nice to to live in a world where fights are won ever. Holy crap! And then in the context of the like 60 Minutes piece or whatever, they're like, but here's the thing. Happily married for 27 years. Like they're like, hey, think about it. Like maybe you should try it at home. And all the women in the writers' room we were talking about, they're like, happily? Like what? Where's the 60 Minutes piece on his wife? Anyways, all right. So continue. That's why I threw that into their national anthem.
Flower of Scotland.
Absolutely.
If you ever see a rugby match or whatever, like in Scotland, the crowd sings
Rugby's
a cappella.
English. Rugby's English.
Oh well, okay.
Sorry. That's just me being a
But if you ever hear the
It's
crowd
rubbish.
a cappella sing "O Flower of Scotland," it's beautiful.
Oh yeah. I go to every. I'm part of. Well, for my sins, I'm part of the Tartan Army. So yeah, it's every fucking game you sing Flower of Scotland, and then you get your heart broken because some Belgian guy just scored a fucking screamer from absolutely
Tell me
nowhere.
about it.
And then you go for a couple of pints, and you go, yeah. Well, I mean, we did
One
all
of my
right."
favorite.
It's a right nonce.
When Trump got elected, one of my favorite protest photos when he did when he did the Arab ban or tried to do that. There was a Scottish woman holding up a poster that said,
I forget her name, but
goes-
I know exactly what you're talking
She
about.
said, "Your mother was an immigrant, you absolute roaster."
Yeah.
Roaster. I don't even know what a roaster means, but it sounds like an insult.
Roaster is just kind of.
And what about your fucking continuing supply of mail order bride? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Oh yeah, I hate like it's
Oh,
not.
thanks for talking to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know
Jeff,
this. I must
where
have
do
missed
you
this
get
one.
No,
it?
no, I'm just saying. It's just like again, it's like I'm not charismatic when I give a shit about
Flower
No,
of
it's good.
Scotland.
It's
When will we see
the
your
lights
likes again?
It's fucking good.
That fought and died for
who?
your wee bit hill and glen and stood against
Again.
I've been
against
stroking.
proud Edward's eye.
Stroking on the glen.
If it makes you feel
Yes.
better, I was about to shout
I've
wanker.
I've been wee stroking.
I'm not wee stroking.
Normally, after you say fucking proud Edward's army, if you're
Yeah.
independence climbed, you shout wanker, so you're pretty
Wanker.
close.
You want to hear the phrase that they taught me in Milwaukee Comedy Sports when we had our accent workshop? So for,
I would love to. I'm pretty sure I know
Yeah,
it,
but
but I also would love
I'll
to.
start with a couple others that aren't taught. For Irish, they taught because they go like, we're gonna give you a crash course, 45 minutes. We're gonna teach you 20 accents. So we're gonna teach you one line from each accent that if you say it, maybe you can do the accent.
It hooks you into
Right,
it.
like it's like if you want to
Get
do
you
George
going.
Bush, nah, can't do it.
fine,
Okay,
yeah.
now I'm ready.
Go for it. Go for it.
But
Too
he
soon.
just died.
Too
He just
soon.
died. He just died. He's an amazing
God bless.
president. But for Irish, they go like, keep it in the back of your teeth. They go, you think you love me, but you don't. So everything's like breathy, and I say,
this
you
from
think
the-
you love me, but you don't. And then Scottish was, it's a great, great day for motor car racing.
Motor car racing. That's what it was.
And we would always, the only thing we did, it was like sort of like I was like, okay, now we're accent experts, so then we're can we get an accent? Scottish, and everybody in the scene would just come in. It's a great, great day for motor car racing. Yes, it is a great day for.
Is that Jackie
I
Stewart?
thought, yeah, it's Jackie Stewart.
Jackie.
I thought you were going to do the Sean Connery. Most things
Most
down.
things down here don't react well to motor car racing. And if they don't react well, I'm fine with it. But if they're women, you give them a slap.
Sometimes you need.
It's a Brabrecht Moonlicht Nacht.
B-A-L-A-N-C-E balance. That's him in Highlander.
I sang Colin a song earlier that you didn't,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
even quite know, called I Belong to Glasgow, which is a
Yeah,
great,
I think it was the Jerry. Is it Jerry Rafferty?
I have no idea.
I think it might have been Jerry Rafferty. I'm absolutely. Someone's going to be hearing this from Scotland and be going.
I've been with
that
a few of
cunt
my
does
cronies.
not know what the
One
fuck
or two
he's talking
pals of
about.
mine. We went into a hotel.
Sorry, I said
we
cunt
did very
there,
well,
no.
and then we went out once again.
To us, cunt is confetti. So.
Did you call me a cunt fetty? What did you just fucking call me, Colin?
Oh,
And
no.
we're
but you're a good
heterodoxy.
cunt.
We can't care.
I just never know because I've been warned about Glaswegians because like Edinburgh.
Glaswegians, is that what they call
Yeah, it's
people from
Glaswegians,
Glasgow?
yeah.
That's adorable, but probably saying that will get me murdered.
Dan, don't.
I can make an
don't-
absolutely well. I don't know. I could say you can make a cure worse. The people from Clydebank are called bankies,
Bankies?
Bankies.
Oh, we bankies.
which also kind of sounds like it's our fault for the fucking crisis, but also
Oh, but yeah.
Right.
Glasgow. No, Glasgow. Are you supposed to say Glasgow or Glasgow?
Glasgow.
Glasgow.
Sorry, that sounded a bit.
Is there
like-
such a thing as an upper class Glasgow?
Yeah,
Glaswegian?
100%, yeah.
'cause
it's
it's-
mostly there in the West End, which is where I currently work.
How
I've
big is it compared? Can you think of an American city? Do you know populations of American cities? Can you say like it's big as Houston? Of course you can. That's what they do in
Nah,
Scotland. They
it's
sit
probably
around
like
and they
San Francisco.
study populations of American
Nah,
cities.
it's definitely tiny.
San Francisco, maybe,
or like it's we're probably I'd say we're quite small, but like you were saying with the loss of the dialect is I think quite a lot of it comes from like you're also saying is about the posh people. It's I work in the West ish, and if I spoke how I speak like this now to you, and that's how I speak to them. But if I spoke normally, they would absolutely have no fucking idea what the fuck I was saying.
Oh,
Nobody
shit.
tell him. Nobody tell him.
Oh,
I
fuck.
would not have a job. I would not have a job.
You think you sound like Tom Brokaw right now? but it's but you're saying like you're making an effort to like okay, I'm talking to Americans like here I am.
No, but it's the same. It's the same there. This is the same effort I'd make for them. Where,
But if your family called you up or you got in a fight with somebody or
this is not how it's like.
Give us the thickest brogue that you got. How
Yeah. Yell at Jeff.
What's family?
Do an impression of your least favorite relative. I'll be an American, like ringing your doorbell and asking for directions. Bing bong.
Because it's just.
Do your doors go bing bong, or are they like?
Oh, flower of Scotland.
It's more letters from America. I don't know. It's just going to sound fake.
Their doorbells are bagpipes.
Yeah.
We don't have doorbells.
It's
We've
good.
got chat.
They're door pipes.
He's doing
it's
it.
Just gonna
Oh,
sound
shit.
fake. I can.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I'm sorry,
keep
I'm sorry.
doing it. We're fucking it up. You do it.
I can do it.
No, you were doing
okay,
it.
all right. That's all right.
It's not actual.
Ask him a question. Play ball here.
Excuse me, I'm from Iowa, and I love your Loch Ness Monster country, and I just want to know, where's the Wi-Fi? Can you help me? You fucking, I consider you lower. I'm totally rude, so just fucking let go on me.
He wants fries with that.
Yeah, is this a restaurant? What's going on? Why is there dirt here?
Why don't you go back to fucking England, you fucking dirty Tory bastard?
That sounds more normal.
That was very
you sounded like you and McGregor. Like, I get turned on.
But also,
Colin,
fuck Theresa May.
Can we
Call
talk
him
about
a right cunt.
Can we talk about the brown sauce they put on the fucking bacon buddy or the chip buddy?
Oh, aye.
It's the fucking. It's the greasiest thing I've ever had in my life.
Aye, well, it depends. But like in Edinburgh, I'm pretty sure I've suddenly stopped talking a wee bit posh.
No, it's good.
In Edinburgh, I think the brown sauce is normal. It's just red sauce, which is also a point. Well, so if you're in Glasgow and you speak kind of normal, it's a red sauce.
But
It's
not brown sauce, not
red
chip,
sauce,
not
brown
chippy sauce or whatever.
And then if you go somewhere fancy, it's can I have some ketchup?
oh,
And
really?
that's when you know you're. Well, if you're
I had
in
a fucking.
Glasgow,
Have you ever had a bacon buddy?
I've had a roll and bacon.
It's just fucking French fries on a roll. That's it.
A bacon butty is
There's
English.
no bacon?
Though.
Bacon buddy has the bacon.
that's English,
a chip buddy is just chips.
Yeah, but that's
okay,
English.
well.
So it's a roll and bacon.
Dan and I were in. It was freezing tits. We were there like during like New Year's Eve, like hog
I used
benet,
to. Yeah,
and we had a fucking a deep fried Mars bar, which was fucking good.
Hey, it's me.
That's the fucking oddest stereotype we've ever had. Oh, sorry.
Who is it?
Sorry, it's me, MC Scottish
Control.
Secession.
Oh.
Hey, how come you didn't secede?
Zach, are you up there?
Why does Zach have to be up there?
Yeah.
It
Oh,
feels
'cause
like
I'm an
it feels
MC?
like it might need a beat.
Oh no, okay. I just wanted to like troll him and be like,
I thought it was
hey,
a genuine question.
it's me. Like, fuck. Well,
I mean, I wanted to get. I don't know.
We.
I don't know what I wanted to do. I'm drunk.
We.
Yo,
Scottish secession.
Scotland. Let me hear you say
Leave the
Scotland.
UK.
If you got a gun, you're gonna get Gotland. Yo, Island. I'm gonna be at no man's an island. I'm better than everyone from Ireland. Cause I got no ire, I just got a gun, man.
Yeah.
My name is MC. Cause that's a Scottish thing, you see.
Oh.
My name is MC
Actually
Mick
true.
Mick. Yeah, I got autonomy. You're gonna take out my trash. Don't make me do it for free. I'm gonna pay no taxes if there's nothing for me. I'm gonna headbutt your ass. My name is MC. Scottish.
Oh.
Scotch. Without me, you wouldn't have tape.
You wouldn't. Most strings down here don't reflect what I'm doing.
Okay, all right. We should end that. We should end that rap there. That was a good. The tape thing is going to be the peak.
Thank you. This is fucking surreal.
So like you came all the way out here.
But what's the? Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. You're going back in a couple of days. You said.
Yeah, I go back on Thursday. Yeah.
What's the city in Scotland? Is it Edinburgh? That's like so. As I said, like Glasgow is not like you have fancy glass. What did you say? Glaswegians? Glaswegians?
Yeah, Wegians.
Like Norwegian.
Glaswegian. Yeah.
So outside of, we get called,
Is there a nickname for them? Like we had yuppies here, like young upwardly Ouija's.
We get called Ouija's.
But all of you collectively. But I'm saying, like, do you have a name for the
word.
upper class Ouijaans?
Cunts.
Right. But if you're just tuning in, that word means a different thing in Europe. Like it's not. It doesn't have the.
So it's like Jeff's a good cunt. You're a good
right,
cunt.
Exactly. It doesn't have quite the.
Apart from like everyone
It's
up
the
here
highest
is a
praise you
good
can
cunt,
get.
but
Like,
I'm probably a cunt.
If somebody grabs you and goes,
can go with different
"You're
ways.
a great cunt."
Yeah. But I think I'm sort of friends with a comedian in Scotland, and he said something like, I'm going to absolutely butcher this fucking bit, but it's okay. Scotland is the most progressive place in the world because it's been a place where women are something like, it's the most progressive place in the world because women don't see gender, because every single week women are telling guys they're going to kick their cunt in.
Right.
And I absolutely butcher that. The guy's fucking amazing. Buy his DVD.
I guess I was gonna ask, like,
it's great proof.
Is Edinburgh? Is that the capital of Scotland?
Yeah.
And is that the New York of Scotland in terms of like finance industry?
It'd be Glasgow.
Oh, Glasgow is Glasgow bigger than Edinburgh?
I think to do with finance and stuff it is, but I think also Scotland revolves so much around
that's in keeping, like, we have DC, which is smaller and less important
Glasgow's
than New York.
more industrial, right? Like that's where the more
but also like we've got, this sounds so fucking pathetic, but we've got like the two best football teams or soccer teams as well.
Yay.
So
which ones?
Rangers or Celtic?
Celtic and Rangers.
Are you
the
Celtic
Lakers?
fan?
Yeah, I'm a Celtic. Yeah. Fuck the Rangers.
I'm a hardcore Hearts of Midlothian fan. Hearts, glorious Hearts.
The banks at Tynecastle there.
The talk of the tune and the boys in Maroon.
Oh,
I want to bring Omar Camacho back and have Cholos try drinking with Scots.
But like Hibs and Hearts have kind of
the most dangerous games you ever fucking go to is a Celtic Rangers game. Where the teams have to come. The fans have to come from different sides of the town and arrive at different times and leave at different times. Because and you're not allowed to even wear the strip. You can't even wear.
You have to cover up. Yeah.
You can't wear the jerseys around town because there's just going to be violence.
Yeah.
Oh, do you guys? Sorry. Go ahead.
Celtic's been doing so well currently that the last time we won at Ibrox, which the one I was at, we won 3-2. Won to Edward. We're now no longer, the players are banned from going to see their own fans now or doing a lap of honour. Because when Celtic won, it was 3-2, so players are coming over just to do the normal thing, which it came from Germany, where if you win, you go see your fans, you wave, and you kind of like thank them.
Yeah, you do your victory parade.
Yeah, so they came over to say like cheers. And Rangers fans in the bottom left corner, from what I remember, were not happy. But at the very, very front of their fans is people in wheelchairs with disabilities. And the Rangers fans decided to climb on top of them and try and get on the pitch to attack the Celtic fans, which led to a lot of people in wheelchairs getting trampled on and stood on.
And that was Ranger fans trampling their own disabled
Ranger
Ranger
fans. Yeah,
well, that's where liking sports gets you.
Yeah,
all right. Do you guys still have a spider on your money? They have a spider on their dollar.
Yeah, I think so. Hold on.
Because their George Washington is a guy who went in a cave and like fought a spider. Right, it's great.
sounds
That's
better.
when your country's old enough. It's like there's no. Oh, he might have had wooden teeth. He might not have. It's like he rode a dragon and he had spiders in his eyes. Like it's like some guy who just was in a cave with a spider.
That was definitely true, but I've got a tenor. It's just Robbie Burns and Edwin McCaskill.
It's
very plastic.
But there's like a spider. Where's the spider?
Oh, I think that's on the Fiverr. Oh, it's in the old one.
There's a spider on the
went from
Fiverr.
paper to
You're
plastic.
thinking of
so
the Spider
gone.
King.
It's
no, but
amazing.
Yeah, spiders was definitely a thing. Yeah.
What do we got? An eagle, and it's like extinct.
Yeah,
Like,
Scotland's main thing is our national animal is a fucking unicorn.
Yeah.
That's not allowed. That's not allowed.
They've chosen their national animal to be a
I'm
fucking
sorry.
a
That
mythical
is
beast.
not. That's not allowed. That's not allowed.
totally is.
Also,
it's
Scotland,
up to the
it's not.
nation.
On
No.
my passport, there's a fucking unicorn.
No.
Scotland's not even a country. So like they one day.
Well, that's fighting talk.
Oh shit.
You wee cunt, you fucking dog. Got a headbutt coming from your bagpipe now.
He's gonna headbutt you.
I sounded
You're
Irish.
doing,
I sounded
you're doing Irish. You're doing Irish.
You fucking cunt. I'm going to bury my gold under a tree.
Surprise.
You're never going to find it.
And you're
surprised.
You'll
You're
never
more like
find my
I'm-
Scottish rainbow.
You're doing Lucky the Leprechaun now.
Where are me Scottish charms?
I'm surprised more Scottish, like Americans and stuff, don't do Begbie's voice for Trainspotting. Begbie was the
totally.
fucking.
I heard train spotting right at the end. I was like, okay, yeah.
But Begbie is like. fucking,
I thought my Irish ex-wife was talking about Ireland with me, and I asked you because she was like, here. I had said when Trump got elected, and it was like, boy, we're having so much grief and all this stuff, and I was like, I had said at one point on this podcast, I'm like, you know what we need to do is just have a president. Like at this point, we all agree that the president is the new king, and we should have let the president be a ceremonial title because it has so much more to do with pride and fucking symbolism, and let the smarty pantses that are only going to ruin that party actually understand that there's the equivalent of like a chancellor or prime minister who went to law school and graduated any school and is like, you elect them based on like their job that they're going to do, and they don't wear a jacket. She told me Ireland has that exact thing. They have an Irish president and who is really more like, I'm the Irish president, and I'm just like kind of here to say it's great to be Irish. Yeah. And they have and then they have a prime minister who's actually kind of like
and
doing
they because of the way Ireland, I don't think anybody really truly knows Irish politics that well because it's a fucking mess.
Because they don't fucking count.
So yeah.
I still sound Irish, but I'm trying to get on your good side, but I keep sounding Irish.
Don't worry, you're my.
Come on, it's me, your friend Dan Harmon.
But they, I think the way it works because of Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland, if you're voting for kind of the Republic, you have to vote for Sinn Féin. So I think there's 12 Sinn Féin ministers in London, and they will not vote on anything that isn't specifically about Ireland. So people like Scotland try and get them to kind of vote for us a wee bit, but they refuse.
I love the Irish so much.
But Scotland's good.
No, Scotland's great.
We've got a female first minister who's amazing.
Yeah.
Is that the so? How does your
Nicola
structure?
Sturgeon.
Do you have a prime minister? You call it a first minister?
Yeah, she's the first minister, and basically England pretends we've got power, and she gets to kind of wield it a little bit.
England pretends what? Wait,
we've got power. They pretend, hey, there
Right.
we won. But I mean, she does nice things. I mean. We've got the NHS in general, but if you're in England, you have to pay for prescriptions. But if you're in Scotland, you don't. If you
get bit by a spider, you're out.
Yeah,
you're out in the
fucked.
cold.
Yeah,
but that's because they
don't
believe
fuck about
that
with
God
spiders,
bit you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's the only thing. It's just like they believe that spiders are like. That's like You're like
in England, you
did
have
a
to
spider
pay
bite you? Well, get out.
Yeah, get the fuck.
Then
In
God
England,
wants you to die.
Education costs money. In Scotland, it doesn't.
Colin, can you quote on Robert Burns for us to be?
Not really, no.
I guess
I'd be happy
not.
to, Jeff. All right. You talking
I
about
can
his
quote you
famous
some Proclaimers
his poem,
or fucking,
a mouse
I
and a
can quote you
wee-
some Rod Stewart, some Proclaimers. some,
I could
Men,
do
or
it. I could do it.
Oh,
know to
do
Moose.
you
I'll
mind
do
if I
it.
do the original Scottish
yeah.
dialect?
I would love you
Okay.
to do that.
I'm out of practice. We are my sin hard near the go to near a mouse again sing hair. But we the mice na hen me. Me one hen and me na hen. Is this
Cliffhanger? Let's give it up for Colin, everybody from Glasgow.
Thank you.
Tonight we all
That doesn't seem
belong
like
to
the best
Glasgow.
ending ever, but thank you, Colin, for coming up here. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Give it up for our
Thank
Harmontown
you.
staff. I'm your comptroller, Jeff Davis. Spencer, your game master.
Thank you. Thanks for
Church
coming.
taking the stage, doing all of your fantastic photography. And your
Church,
mayor, Dan
ladies and
Harmon, of
gentlemen.
course. Thank you all. Drive fast. Take chances.